Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. Today we will be talking about birds of the Bible, and we will be talking about 7 birds today. Let's begin by talking about birds of prey. And when I say birds of prey, I mean hunters. Birds like the eagles, the owl, and the raven. We will begin with the eagle. The word usually translates eagle also includes the griffon vulture. From a distance, both look alike. Isaiah and the psalmist both speak of the eagle's strength and vigor. The eagle was the badge for the Roman legions. Matthew probably had it in mind when he described eagles waiting for Jerusalem to fall. And you can find out more about this in Isaiah 40, verse 31, Psalms 103, verse 5, also Matthew 24, verse 28. Now let's continue with the owls. There are several different types of owls. Owls are night hunters, flying almost on silent wings to scoop down on small creatures they eat. The the heel owl is the largest of them all, followed by the thorny owl. You have the barn owl, and next you have the copse owl, which is the smallest of them all. In the Bible, owl is pictured as the inhabitant of ruined and desolate places. And you can read up more about that in Leviticus 11, verse 16, or Isaiah 34, verse 15. Now let's talk about raven. The name probably includes crows and rocks as well as ravens. These large black flesh-eating birds. After the blood, Noah sent out a raven to see if the land was dry. The raven did not return. Ravens are also said to have fed Elijah in the time of famine when there was nothing to eat. A raven had hunted and fed Elijah. And you can read more about that in Genesis 8, verse 7, or 1 Kings 17, verse 4. Now let's talk about birds for food and sacrifice. And then we have the doves and the pigeon. The most common and important of all the birds in the Bible are the doves and the pigeon. Several kinds are native to Israel, others come as winter visitors. They are widely kept as domestic birds for food. Poor people who could not afford to sacrifice sheep or goat would rather do 2 pigeons, which they could buy in the temple courts instead. It was a dove that brought back Noah the first green leaf after the flood, and you can read upon that in Matthew 3, verse 16, or Matthew 21, verse 12. It can also be found in Genesis 8, verse 8 to 12. Now let's move on to the partridge. The name probably includes 3 kinds of partridge: the rock partridge, the desert partridge, and the black partridge. All are game birds whose flesh and eggs can make a delicious meal. The rock partridge, however, hides itself very well and is often heard and not seen. And you can read more about that in 1 Samuel 26, verse 20. Last but not least, we have the sparrow. The word is often used mean many small birds suitable for eating.